Well, here we go again. What a fucking disaster this week's been. Brits on holiday being mowed down, all by the religion of peace. Other nationals as well. And the bastard in charge says his usual claptrap, this has nothing to do with Islam. Theresa May shows just how fucking stupid and deluded she is as well. Some poor French guy ends up beheaded. I bet all the families are so glad these Islamists aren't the same as the shitheads marching our streets here demanding Sharia law and an end to the Western way of life. I'm lost for words sometimes as just to what will it take for our political leaders to wake up to the lie. Do we need to see more buses and tubes exploding on the British mainland? We've seen British holidaymakers die whilst on holiday. Do we need to see bodies lying in our capital and other major cities, if not by their hundreds, but in their thousands? How many dead does it take, Mr. Cameron, before you grow a spine and go after the bastards? We have seen insult after insult to the British people from these fanatics, and once again we are now about to see innocent people come home in body bags. I ask this in all seriousness because I don't know. How many dead are you willing to accept? How many more times do you expect us to turn the other cheek? We have religious leaders all over the world speaking out in defence of the undefensible. But who is speaking out for the real victims, the dead of the past, the dead of the present, and as sure as I draw breath, the dead of the future? Hundreds of thousands of young lives destroyed around the country, Muslim gangs terrorising whole areas, along with the death toll rising. I need to know, when is enough enough? My every instinct tells me you are actually want us to become part of a Muslim empire, but you hope the people will do your job for you. Either way, the carnage will be horrendous. Are you a secret Muslim, Mr. Cameron? Or like so many of your kind before you, are you being blackmailed for something you or your party is trying to hide? I understand the left's agenda. It is to undermine the white race for ideological reasons and to make the white race a thing of the past. Don't agree with it, but I understand it. The feminists of the country are an embarrassment to their sex. How they can sleep at night beggars belief. Everything their sisters fought and died for will be swept away under the altar of Islam, as they are forcibly married to strangers and divorced the very next day so some other slimeball can marry them and rape them. The whole thing is so crazy, nothing else makes sense other than you want to see civil war rage in our streets. We all watched in horror as the troubles in Northern Ireland ripped communities apart. But the war with Islam will make those dark, terrible days look like nothing in comparison. Your government, like the ones before you, has degraded our armed forces to a fraction of what we will need to fight ISIS. And the Islamists that live amongst us are also preparing for war. I honestly believe that. Are we being prepared for a new world order under the yoke of Islam? We are a proud people, and you must understand, we will not stand idly by and watch this happen. We cannot. It's our wives, daughters, and nieces that will pay the price. It's our young men that will be turned into slaves for Islam. Every action taken to undermine our nationality will not be forgotten or forgiven. And those who refuse to change direction to safeguard the people will face the justifiable anger of those people, not only in our proud island but across Europe and the rest of the free world. Time to wake up, time to smell the coffee, because if you don't, war is inevitable. Good night, people.